Hello.
I'm Adam Walker.
I'm Olivia Weigel. I'm Sky Condren.
And together we make Live at Sky DIY. Today we are going to be making scented candles, and what you're going to need for this is a mason jar, some wax that's scented, and some wick.
I'll be making a confetti candle with vanilla scented candles and sprinkles.
I'll be making a rainbow candle. You're just going to need a plain white candle, some crayons, and then a mason jar.
And we're off to the kitchen.
Okay, so first we're going to make our wick. All you need to do is get some yarn and tie it to either a pencil, in this case we have a chopstick. And then we're going to heat up some wax. We just use one of the candles and cut it up and put it in this glass jar. And what we're going to do, we have some water boiling right here, and we're just going to set this jar in here until all of this melts. And then once this melts, we will dip the yarn into the hot wax, and then we'll set it on this tinfoil to dry, which we'll be using as a wick in one of our candles.
If you want to make a plain old scented candle like I'm doing, you're just going to have the scented candle wax, and you're just going to take it in with your regular clear wax, and you're going to stick it in there and let it melt with that, and so that it'll have some smell.
If you want to make the confetti candle, you're going to put glue all over the inside of your mason jar, and then you're going to pour a whole container of sprinkles inside of it, and then you're going to shake it up right before you put the wax in.
Once you pull it out of the boiling water, you're going to take it over to your mason jar, and you're just going to pour it in. And you're just going to let that dry.
After we poured the wax in, we just took the excess sprinkles and poured them on top for decoration.
So for the rainbow candle, we're going to melt all of these different colored crayons, and we're putting it in this glass jar again. We're putting it in the microwave. First I'm doing a purple color, which will go on the bottom, and then we'll do white, and then blue, and then like up there from the rainbow.
And it's complete. We finished our candles. It turned out, and it looks really nice, actually. I'm really surprised.
They're super cute.
I would allow yourself an hour to do one of the candles. It took us 2 hours to do 3, but with filming and everything, I'd recommend 1 hour. It costs $15 for the 3 candles, so it's super cheap considering that if you go to any other store that it's going to be $20 to $30 for just one. One thing that we like to fix about this.
So I had the rainbow candle, and you should really make sure that the wax is completely solid before pouring all the colors together, or else it turns brown. But yeah, I think we might try it again and it would work, but you just need to wait a lot longer. And I recommend putting it in the freezer also after like there's a freezer.
And it will take it took longer than I thought to
There's still one.
It took a while to melt the wax.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what took the longest.
Yeah, I'd recommend the microwave for that. But this is the Live at Sky DIY signing out.